Okay, welcome to the PRINCE2 pre-course videos, and this video is about directing a project process. Directing a project process. This is a process which, as we can see on the diagram here, is a process that runs across the whole of the project, from the beginning of the project to the end. This is the level of directing where the project board will be taking their key decisions. So this is where the project board live, and we're going to look at the processes that the project board carry out. They will, throughout this, be interacting predominantly with the project manager in controlling a stage. The main objectives of directing a project is going to be make sure that there is authority to get the project started, to initiate, that we have authority to deliver the project products. They're going to provide direction and control throughout the project, so they provide a level of governance on the project manager to make sure that the project manager is under control from a business point of view. They have a responsibility to make sure that the project remains viable. They're going to be also an interface with corporate or any other key stakeholder that we need them to deal with, and often they'll be better placed to do that engagement rather than the project manager. We'll also need the project board to give authority to close the project. And in addition, we need to provide them with the means for them to go forward after the project to track the benefits. So we'll see that we're going to give them a benefits management approach. So what needs to be done? Well, at the end of startup, as we see here, we're going to be looking for the project board to authorize initiation. So they're going to be looking at that project brief and making sure that they understand that the project is viable, achievable and desirable. And if they're comfortable, then we move into initiation. During initiation, as a project manager, you will then be creating the project initiation documentation, the PID, the benefits management approach, and a next stage plan. They will be then going at the end of the initiation stage to the project board, where again they have an opportunity to decide, do we still have a viable, achievable and desirable project? And if they do, then they're going to be authorizing that next stage plan. So that then gives authority for you to run that next stage. In this case, it would be stage 2. If there are subsequent stages, then we're going to be seeing another stage boundary where you're going to prepare, in managing a stage boundary, the information the project board needs, and this will go as an end stage report, and that'll be associated with a next stage plan. They will then be presented to the project board, who can then again decide, are we viable, achievable and desirable, particularly viable at this point. If they're comfortable, then they're going to be approving that next stage plan, and we're off into controlling a stage and managing product delivery to deliver the products. Between these key points, we'll also have ad hoc direction. So we will see you as a project manager reporting to the project board using highlight reports, so giving them a progress report. We might have raised issues, we might have raised exceptions. So all these circumstances might trigger some kind of direction from the project board. We may also see, as we alluded to earlier, the fact that the project board are dealing with, engaging with those senior stakeholders, so therefore they may have information for us. So they could raise an issue to us. And of course we might bump into them in the corridor or in the car park, and things get discussed and decisions are made. So that's ad hoc direction. And of course we're probably beginning record that information in our daily log and then deal with it appropriately. All of this will continue until we get to the end of the project. So we're going to carry out closing a project process. That's where you're going to close down the project and hand over the products to the business. But once that's all done, then we're going to be going to the project board with an end project report and that benefits management approach. Both of these will need to be signed off in closing a project process, so authorizing project closure, for us to then get the end of the project authorized. And at that point, the project closes, and we'll have seen that the project board start the project by authorizing initiation and close the project by authorizing project closure. And in between, they'll have made the key decisions on the project to keep the project manager on the straight and narrow. So this was a look at directing a project. And you can use this, don't forget, as revision before you do your exam once you get on your course. Thank you very much.